Hi friends, welcome back. I'm your old pal Kat, and this is Librophiliac Knits. Coming to you today, live from the greenery in my backyard. It's just too nice out to be indoors. We're messing about with the microphone. We'll see. Hopefully, we'll skip the road noise. Maybe get a little bit of bird song. There are plenty of birds in the backyard usually, but also plenty of cars that go by. So, what are we here to talk about today? What are we here to do in general? I should say, what is the intro? What is the intro to this video? This is a podcast, vodcast. What do you like to call them? A video about making. All of the ways that I enjoy making things. Not a maker's journal per se, like my friend Hey Brownberry likes to consider hers, but just maybe a maker's hangout. Does that sound good? Oh my gosh, my hair is so funny. You know, I had no intention for it to spike here and then go totally flat, but this is so 90s, except for this part. It should either be full mohawk. I've been wearing it to work as a bouffant. I just tuck all of this into a little clip and it floofs right up. And it's kind of my fave, actually. Because what I want it to do is to be a little curlier, but I just haven't figured out how to remind my hair that we have some wave. You could it's okay. So anyway, we're just here to muck about with some wool and have a nice day. It's a beautiful, sunshiny Thursday mid-morning. The dog has a frisbee, so I will be flinging it periodically. I hope that's not too distracting. It makes him so happy. What am I wearing today? I am wearing my, not Gib, not Larry, not Murray. Isn't it another dude's name? It's an Andrea Mowry sweater, you know, DRK, Andrea Renee Knits. It's called, oh my gosh, I was just looking at it. It's my house sweater, guys, let's be honest. It is magical acrylic, self-striping, and I wear it all the time. And it is covering my finished object because my finished object feels a little risque, but I will show you. Don't think I'm flashing you because I'm not. I finished a ripple bralette. Okay, we'll put the girls away. The Jessie Maed design ripple bralette, which was all the rage many years ago, has finally come on and off my needles in record time. I've been having a moment of I do enjoy a summer knit. Let's just say that I really appreciate how quickly they happen, and they're fun to wear. I could have maybe used a little bit more substance in the lower band, the hem, if you will. Then it would be more like a shirt. This really is a bra. But I've been having so much trouble finding bras that are comfortable lately that I was like, I need to make one and see how it will go. hilariously, when this thing is off of me, it is like this big because it has so much stretch. The ribbing is very effective. And so today I want to talk to you about what I'm working on, what I'm thinking about working on, and what I got at the Shepherd's Harvest Festival. A haul video for you, my friends. I buried the lead on that one. I have been saving all year to go to the Shepherd's Harvest Festival and shop till I dropped, and I did it, and it was great. Had a wonderful time. I made plans to meet up with friends, and all of my friends came, and then they all left again well before I was ready to leave. And so I made sure to drive separately, and I was there by myself for many hours. I never got around to eating all the snacks. That was on my list of things to do. Infinite snacks was like the last bullet point on my list of planned purchases. And I ended up having a honey stick and the last like 3 bites of Breeze Reuben. And I was just having too much fun. I had eaten on the way there, so don't get me wrong. I'm not starving myself. I wanted to be busy buying yarn and wool. And I was, and it was glorious. And I will show you all the cool things that I got. And I will tell you a little bit about the list that I made so that you knew what I was on the hunt for. So I'm wearing my most recent finished object. What else am I working on? Well, I went and saw Julia, the farmer, the shepherdess, again this week. And because of that, I had pulled out the hand spun that I made with the wool that she gave me last year, the year before. It's a merino katahdin blend, katahdin being a hair sheep and not a like fine. So a fine wool mixed with a like sheep that usually just shed their wool, hair, whatever. And you can see, but because of that, I started knitting with it because I would love to gift her a hat. I thought that I would gift her the yarn, but she just like took it in her hands and went, "This is beautiful," and then gave it back to me. And I was like, maybe I'm not being clear. So I will knit her a hat instead. Look here, maybe, can you see this? Do you see this right here? This is the Kemp. I don't know how to make it really obvious, but so it is surprisingly soft considering that it has all this stuff that could be scratchy. But I am making a free pattern called A Twisted Affair by Joji Locatelli. And I don't think I've ever made anything of hers before. She's a very well-known designer that I like have interacted with in the past in terms of like obsessing about her leather project bags when those were all the rage. I didn't end up buying one, but I thought about it. And I've liked and planned to make a number of her patterns, but I have just never gotten around to it. And so finally, this pattern being free has been high on my list of like, I should really make one of these. And then I made that hurricane hat, pretty sure I told you about. And I was so pleased not only with how quickly it knit up, but also how it looks, that I was like, let's make another hat. Let's keep this going. The knitting mojo was starting to slow down a little bit because I'm stuck on Sleeve Island and I've forbidden myself from bringing a cable pattern. I mean, this is a cable pattern, but this is a very easy cable pattern. It is the same exact cable all the way across and then 10 rows. I don't feel like I'm giving anything away because it's a free pattern. Just go download it. Whatever. But that is the kind of cable pattern I can do at work because mostly, and I'm using my It Counts For You chain. See? I work towards the pearl. That's how I decided to go. So on every row, I just move it up the chain one. It's a 10 circle long chain. So I'm not using a stitch counter that has a button that my child is going to want to steal and push. I don't need my phone. I just 10 rows, just switch which hole the needle is in on each row, and then row number one, do the cable again, and here we are. It's amazing. I love it. It's so analog. It works very well for me. And look how great my hands, I was looking at my list of finished objects so far for 2026, and I am 50% hand spun and 50% machine made yarn for the year. And I'm really, really enjoying knitting with my hand spun. Finally, like, I know all of the people on the internet that I had been following for years who encouraged me to spin in the first place were like, just use it, just use your hand spun. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know what gauge it is. You know what? It doesn't matter. Gauge is a construct. Gauge might as well be gender. Like, this here, just look at right here. Look how thick thin just this little bit of it is. And you know what? Can you tell? Does it look like thick thin? No. It just looks like a beautiful piece of fabric. Exactly what it's supposed to be. It is so bouncy and delicious, and it makes me so happy. So I am on the mission to use more hand spun. Let's see. Okay, so that is the thing that I have been working on the most. Oh no! Oh gosh, I almost threw it over the fence. My release was inaccurate. So that is thing number one that I've been working on the most. Thing number two that I've been working on the second most, but I got a little hung up because I didn't want to bring it to work anymore because look at this. This is too big to schlep to work and then have like at my station at the desk because it's enormous. This is the late checkout sweater, Kutovakika, Veronika Lindberg, designed. And I listened to her about holding 2 strands of fingering weight and 1 strand of something fuzzy, lace weight, together. And is making this super duper, like crazy thick fabric that I was a little nervous about. And I got this far. Here's the, look, I had 2 balls. It's probably more like 1.5 or 1 3/4 of this yarn in the colorway Pangolin by Ching Fiber, the super soft sock, which is an MCN as it turns out. So I'm like, to hold that double then with a, what do you call it? Fuzzy. It looks like I'm going to run out again, doesn't it? Yep, whatever. Seems like overkill. This might be like the hottest sweater ever. And I said this last time, but like menopause is coming for me. So I'm going to be a hot flash city. Maybe this will be my winter coat next year, but it won't have pockets. So look at this back detail. I love it. I love this line. I'm not sure that I picked up evenly. It looks a little bit, but it fits beautifully. It looks good when I'm wearing it. So I'm not super concerned about, it does kind of look like it puckers when I let it, you know, whatever. So super duper thick fabric, right? Well, I had this much of the yarn that I switched to down here is this guy, which is Lola Bean Yarns. And I think it was a one of a kind, and it felt really special to me, so I didn't want to use it all up without at least having a chance to make something where you can really see that yarn by itself. Although I didn't do that with this at all, did I? But I don't know. For whatever reason, that doesn't bother me. I mean, it's too late now, I guess, is why it can't bother me. You'll notice too that this up here is the same as this down here. so it looks so matchy. I think maybe what I'll do is use this just to make a hexie poof, and then I have used a little bit of it, enough to see it by itself, and then I'll go back to using it like maybe for sleeve cuffs. So I am stuck on Sleeve Island, and I am using some of my very, very oldest stash yarn. It is Plymouth Revel, made in Italy, 85% baby alpaca, 15% merino. And it is giving me a totally different fabric. Look how see-through this one. Well, first see the stripies, that's really fun. But like, this is a totally different situation, weight, level of drapey, which I mean, I guess the amount of alpaca explains it. And then the thing I've been holding it with the triple bit is this cone of, oh, I'm gonna run out of this too. This is so fun. I'm just having the best time. It's a Frankenstein sweater. You know I love those. So this is what we've got so far. Fits like a dream. It's oversized in a way that I'm really enjoying. And big old sleeves. I have done a couple of decreases that were not called for because they're enormous sleeves, and I have a problem with how big this one is sometimes because it won't stay up. And I don't know if I'm going to want that for those. But I have like 3 or 4 more inches of sleeve to do on this side, and then I have the whole other side to do, and then it will be the deepest summer, and I'll have no reason to wear this sweater unless I'm like living in air conditioning, which is at current gas prices not my mission. So those are the 2 things that I've been working on the most. In the wings, I didn't get a chance to show you this. I finally pulled this back out of purgatory or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it, but this is my AVB sweater. I think the pattern designer calls themselves something like For the Love of Knitting. It is an all over cable pattern. And I finally got to my second ball of Cory Confetti. This is, I don't know how bad the airplane noise is for you, but this is La Bien-Aimée, Corriedale, and 50% Falkland Corriedale, 30% natural recycled fibers, and 20% La Bien-Aimée recycled threads. And isn't it so dreamy? Look at this fabric. I love this so much. I love it so much. Yeah. So I suddenly got back on the doing cables kick train, whatever. And I was doing that, but now I've stopped bringing the late checkout to work. So late checkout became my TV knitting because it's just stockinette forever. If I would switch the sleeves onto shorter needles, it would probably go faster, but I'm like magic looping and it takes forever. And then my cream Cardi is still on hiatus, but I wasn't sure when I showed it to you last, so I brought it anyway because I would like it to still, I would let the record show that this is still in my mind, if not on my needles. It is taking up 2 of my needles though. All right. Those are my works in progress. Is there anything else I want to say about things? I love all of them. I am so happy with the rippled bralette, how it's fitting, how it feels on my skin. You know, was a little worried that the wool and linen would. It is made from Cozy Posy yarn that I bought as like a one-time specialty ball because I was planning to use it to make the Miserina tea by Caitlin Hunter. And then I couldn't buy a sweater quantity worth of it because that was the original like suggestion. But it was expensive yarn, you know, like $35 or $38 a skein or something wild like that, and I just couldn't. So what do you think he's after? I don't know. So I just got the one ball, and then I was still going to use it for the color work, but I wasn't sure what to pair it with. And now I have other things that I think might work better. So I just was like, I'm going to use it for this. But then it only took 45 grams of my 100-gram skein. So maybe I could still use it for color work and have both. And wouldn't that be cool? I don't know. So those are all the things that I'm working on. And the thing that I just finished, I'm really excited about. And now, let me show you. Oh, it was, okay. Well, first of all, I got a free bag with purchase. I am the boss of my craft. This was very late in the scheme of all of the things that I purchased, but I want her to go first. I have a giant crush on Susie from Fiber MacGyver, and so we went to her booth again, and I got these, and I love them so much. These two are the Shanico DK in Creamsicle and Renegade. What do you mean I have a favorite color scheme right now? And this one is called Enchantment. And Enchantment had to come home with me. It wasn't even hung on the wall of colors. It was all by itself in a little bag. And I was like, it looked like a sweater quantity. I did actually write sweater quantity of yarn on my list of things that I wanted. And then this is all I got towards that because I want to make is it called Harvest Flowers? Well, my friend Birdie just finished making a cardigan version. I think they're called Harvest Flowers. This great pattern for a sweater with giant flowers on it, and I want the flowers to be this color. I want flowers this color. This peachy pink. I'm obsessed with it. And then I have, I mean, honestly, these could be the flowers. It could be pink with renegade centers, and then these could be the leaves. That was not my original plan. I have a neon green that I think would be amazing for leaves, but I don't have any other plans for this. I do have a bunch more Fiber MacGyver and DK. This is Merino DK. These two are the Shanico. I still haven't gotten a chance to knit with it. I'm very excited to try it. Last year, I bought a bunch of sage and pecan. I think it's pecan. It's a pecan color. It's a beautiful color. The two colors combined make a sweater quantity. I was thinking about using the sage to be the leaf color for the flowers also with this, but I think that might not be wild enough. And then I have I had a bunch of leftover in gray, but I also I think at the textile center garage sale last year picked up a whole bunch of like a taupe color, which would be a great background color. Like it's just, and I think I would have enough for the background of the sweater because of all the color work, where without it, I might not. I don't know. Anyway, that's what I have planned for this. I had a great visit with Susie. She is a delight every time. And probably because I spent too much money there, I got, I don't think she gives them out to everybody, but like free gift with purchase. I already had some of these, but they make me so happy. I'm so excited to have more of them. These are needle toppers that look like her little yarn camper. And then new barber cord. That bag showed up as a free gift with purchase when I got Ba Yarns sock, meadow socks. And okay, look, it's a self striper, but it's a very specific separate, so you can make two of them. Makes its own gradient. Can you see this? Don't focus on me. It makes a gradient. It starts at the grass, goes up into the sky with a rainbow. Ah! Rainbow socks with green grass for the feet. I just love the idea of this so much. And I had just bought Brie gas, so she in return bought me yarn as payback, or Happy Mother's Day or whatever. But so cute. And hang on. Okay, I have to get these out and just fan them at you. I took a page out of the wax tendency to not buy everything, but just take business cards. All the things that I didn't end up buying, like Lavender Loon, Utopia, Honey Gold Acres, which has amazing stuff. Honey Gold Acres. I just used the stuff of theirs that I had purchased on probably my first trip to the Shepherd's Harvest Festival, where I was buying roving for spinning. I just used it in my combo spin last year during Tour de Fleece to make that a gorgeous blue yarn that I made. Get Bent's Farm. I'm not going to read them all to you, but Maker's Way. Oh, this one I did go back and buy yarn afterwards. Snug and Spun. A lot of these were actually people that I had purchased things from before. Here, this is the only one I wanted to really shout out. Athena Spinning is a husband and wife team that make a spinning wheel that kind of looks like an owl. And, you know, the owl is the symbol of Athena, goddess of wisdom, among many other things. And I got to take this little guy for a test drive, and the price was surprisingly affordable at like $700, made out of beautiful like walnut and maple. I did not buy one. I think they were disappointed, but I had a budget and I stuck to my budget with the exception of like 2 skeins of yarn. Are you not proud? And also I should mention, I went shopping the day before Shepherd's Harvest Festival at Dandelion Yarns because there were, because I have a problem. I don't know. Because I wanted to. Because I can. Because I wanted to treat myself. Because I had a feeling that Mother's Day might be a little disappointing, and I wanted to at least know that I had gotten myself exactly what I wanted. Is that cheating? So I've had this yarn, which is Kobasi from Skacel. It's Kobasi, so it's cotton bamboo silk, and it's stretchy. And I've had it balled up for probably a decade. So it's probably stretched to hell and like half ruined. But I have this beautiful purple color. I also have like a butter yellow color. They do not go together. But I've been thinking about using this to make more summer knits. And I wanted things to go with it. And so I went to Dandelion Yarn and using some of my budget for Shepherd's Harvest, which if I had purchased it with a credit card or, you know, bank card, whatever, if I had not used my budget allowance towards that, then I probably would have been exactly on budget when I got to Shepherd's Harvest. But these are the things that I bought from the Dandelion Yarn Co. We have Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino in the color Undyed and Lime Yellow. These two. And then Ritual Dyes Undine, which is something I did want to try. 60/40 organic cotton linen. And this one's called Summer Peach. And I want to make the tank top by Andrea Gaughan, which the name of it is escaping me, and I am recording on my phone, so I can't look for you, but I might just make another, what do you call it, mini mock neck and stripe it, because it's basically the same idea. Like, they're very, very similar designs. I think Andrea Gaughan's is a little bit longer, but that's easy enough to sort, like just make it a little bit longer. So that is my big plan for casting on summer knit. I might still shell out $10 and buy the other pattern just for the sake of supporting the designer, because I really liked what they did. So much that I even kind of am recreating something similar to their color scheme. These sorts of colors together. It's not my usual MO, but I think it'll be great. Okay. Let's see. Shepherd's Harvest. The night before, I was even casing the joint because they had it listed, all of the people who would be there displaying booths or whatever you want to call it. So I made a list of things that I was looking for. So far, none of the things that I've shown you were really on that list. Here's another one. This is like the last thing. I bought it just because I couldn't stop squishing it. I really didn't need it. And they were being nice to me and talking to me about what sorts of things you can make with too much alpaca in your yarn, so it makes it so drapey. This is April and May with a dash of whimsy. A worsted weight, 48% alpaca, 48% wool, 4% recycled sari silk, made in South Dakota from local alpaca, domestic wool, and imported sari silk. The color just says pink. But it's such a happy color. I love the little tweedy bits. The sari silk doing its work. So this one was a one-off that I bought absolutely on a whim. And then these also were whim buyers. This one because it's a one of a kind. I couldn't resist. Neon tweed fluff, one of a kind. The dyer said that she was just getting inspired and didn't write down the recipe, so she can't make it again. But it was just fun to play, and I was like, yeah, I need that. And then this one was right next to it, and I couldn't leave it either. This one is called Love Spiral Neon Tweed Sock. It's a superwash merino, so not something I usually go for, but I do really go for neon neps, don't I? Yes, I do. So these These have no plan. They were inappropriate to buy. Oh, so when I got these, I also got a magical merit badge. Kitty with a cupcake they had a huge stack of them, and I ended up picking Boss Witch, even though so many of them. Why am I way over there? So many of them appealed to me because, you know, like the Cottage Witch had an adorable teapot on it, and the Green Witch had lots of plants, like a monstera, which I have one of those, but eventually I picked this one because a coffee cup and a fountain pen. And Brie was like, "And you're a boss bitch anyway." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." It's me. But then I went home and I looked on the website and there's a book witch. That would have been mine, but that's okay. That's okay. All right. Here, I have to show you my one other cheat, because I was trying to only do one purchase per quarter. And that is not what happened. Last quarter, I bought 0 things. This quarter, I made 3 exceptions. I bought purple fluff because I was not expecting purple fluff. Oh, that's not true. 4, I guess. Shoot. Gosh, I'm bad at things. Anyway, I'm pretending that my non-Shepherd's Harvest Festival purchases were all one group purchase that happened first quarter. That's what I'm doing. So Birdie was placing an order, and I asked for just this one skein of Pearl Soho cotton pure sport weight yarn that I wanted to pair with this organic cotton that I already had, which turns out to be a DK weight. So I did not do my due diligence, but I want to make something stripy out, like a t-shirt or a tank top. I've only got the 2, so it'd have to be something kind of small, but stripy. So I bought this with a plan. I think they'll look very nice together. All right, back to Shepherd's Harvest. Seriously, I can't with these. I love them so much. The tweed and the neon and the tweed. And from the same place, which was called Interlacements, the Art of Fiber and Color, there was a sale bin, and this was in the sale bin. They don't really go together. This, look at, again with my hair. This one's called Rhode Island. It says approximately 120 yarns, 100% wool, but then it says X2. And when I unwrapped it, there are 2 guys. So is it 120 for each? Is it 120 total? I have no idea. So how am I supposed to know what I can make with it? I have no idea. But it's so soft. And I love the colors. So I will just have to do something that can reasonably be made in whatever quantity of yarn this is. Maybe a hat or a cowl or both, or a pair of mittens. I love it so much. Oh, I brought this outside too. This is the other thing that I was thinking I could pair with this is something I purchased, or no, that was gifted to me by my cousin when she went to New Zealand. Wow. My cousin sent me this from New Zealand. It is called Zilana Kiwi. It has some of their brushtail possum in it, as well as merino and organic cotton. And so I was thinking this might be t-shirt quantity. Before it was going to be tank top quantity. But if I add this, even though this one's a fingering weight, the weights are all different, but I have come to realize it doesn't matter that much. I think this would make a great t-shirt. And then I think the last of my absolutely on a whim, just to try it, yarn purchases from Shepherd's Harvest. Does it look brown to you? It looks green to me. If I put it next to a green, does it make it more obvious? It is right on that cusp. It's sort of like forest floor green. Figure it out, machine. In the camera, it looks brown. In the real life, it's green. I've had crazy fights with friends over this exact universe of like, it's right on that cusp, but is it brown? Is it green? Anyway, it's made out of corn. It's corn yarn. Corn blend yarn. It cost $10. I had to try it. It's such a random whatever. I had to try it. If it's corn, does that mean I should treat it like bamboo? There's something in my hair. Oh, the tree seeds were falling in. So, this is a novelty yarn that I tried. On my list of yarns that I wanted to try, I included slub yarn, and yet again this year, for like the third year in a row, I think. I mean, I just never buy it. I never buy it. I think I want it. I swear I want to try it. And yet, every time I look at it and then I walk away. So, someday maybe. But instead, I got this. And so many other good things. Things to try, things to play with, things I'm excited to cast on with right away. One of a kind, works of art. That was just the wool. I mean, the yarn, friends. That was just the yarn bit. That's the part that's wild. Okay, hang on. We've stuffed these all back in the tote bag so they can make it back into the house. Now, I was trying to be efficient. I sort of forgot that I would do a haul video while it was, and so did you know that they make these bins in this size? I didn't, but I'm really enjoying it. It's so small and cute. Okay. On my list of things that I was looking for this year, let's see. I wanted Polypay and Cormo. I wanted inclusions to include into all of the wool that I have out in the garage that I can turn into my own yarn. Just fun stuff to try and add. I wanted either Targhee or Polworth because I love those. I love how they feel. I love spinning them. What else? What else did I say? Then I think I said a sweater quantity of yarn. We skipped that. Then well, let's see. What did I end up doing? That's a good start. So what have we got? Number one, these are all inclusions. These were $1 a piece. Look at this one is like an oil slick. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it through the bag, but see a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue, a little bit of green. I haven't even opened it really to look at it, but maybe we'll pull it out so we can. There's gonna be some crinkling. Sorry. Oh yeah, there. Look at that. Even through the bag, it was like an oil slick. There's the green. I just thought that was too fun to pass up. Ooh, there's rather a lot of it, isn't there? Delightful. These little guys were $1 a piece. So I got like 5 or 6 of them. Not too crazy. So, oil slick, teal. You know I love teal. Brighter blue. This sort of berry on the cusp of maroon. And then orange and yellow. White. Those were the inclusions I bought initially. And then also sparkles, tinsel sort of looking stuff. Stellina, if you will, in the holographic style. And there was, where? Oh, I also got, this was the sixth one. Long wool, locks. Get some locks. That was the other list thing, was a long wool. I wanted to try a long wool finally, like Teeswater or Lincoln or something. I ended up getting this much. But whatever was on my list. And then I got some Sari Silk, guys. Oh, look at that. In a white yarn. Oh my gosh. And then this one. Yeah, baby. Where's the other thing? When I was getting the Stellina, the other thing that I got, and it cost me like $3 total. There it is. Nips. Oops. Ugh. This was pre-packaged. Otherwise, I probably would have picked more colors. I didn't see a bag right away. So I just was like, I'll take this one. And I think she charged me $3 for both the Stellina and the Neps. And some people just don't know how to price their fancy things. Okay, so then I came across this cotton candy bag of goodness. It is, the colorway is called Carnival. Yeah. And it's Cormo, Polypay, Border Leicester, and Alpaca from Dakota Carding and Wool. Biota Yarns Carded Wool Blend. So look, Polypay and Cormo together. I didn't find either of them separate, really. So whatever. Check, check. This should make a very squishy, floofy yarn. I'm very excited about it. I don't get to differentiate the two, but at least I get to try both. Spinning wise. I mean, I have Cormo stuff anyway. This one from Fiber Curio and Sundries. I've bought stuff from her before and I enjoyed it. This one is called Trudy, and it is, oh shoot, I should have written it down. It's got some alpaca in it. I don't know why I'm getting so much alpaca this year, but because I am less sure about what to make out of it. It was like alpaca and targi, or I think so. There was some reason I wanted it, and I think it was targi. It's so soft. It's just like a gentle light brown cloud. But Trudy is the name of the animal this came off of, either the alpaca or the sheep. Do I remember which one? And also Trudy is the name of one of our most famous and accomplished roller derby skaters who's on my home team, and she is a lovely human being. So I was like, yeah, this feels good. The other thing I bought from that vendor was Manx Lochten. 4 ounces of raw wool. These sheep, as the lady told us, are they're like a conservation breed that have attempted to go extinct twice in the last half century. They live on the Isle of Man, and their wool is pretty hard to come by. It is a short staple length. Oh yeah, it is. It's a really short staple length, but I wanted to play with it. I'm not sad. It's just some brown floof to play with. Maybe I will spin it up by itself, or maybe I will card it in with other things. Ooh, very sheepy. Nice lanolin. But I wanted to try it. You know, I may never get to again. I may decide I never want to again. You never know. One specialty across the pond wool. Okay. And then here, I was still on that. I was looking for either Polwith or Targi. Well, this one was Targi. But then at that same booth, this is For the Love of Fiber, Sandy Baldwin. It's called Susan's Reds. It's just Targi. These colors are so good. I don't know if you're getting them. Yeah, this is the sort of red situation I've been a little bit obsessed with lately. Then right down the aisle in the same booth, she had multiple people's stuff. Melissa's Yarn Barn, Rustic Rosewood. This one is Shanico, acrylic and rayon. Acrylic and rayon must be the white and the nep stuff, but look at these together. For combo spin purposes, I decided that these both needed to come home with me. And then a little further down, oops, I fell down and I bought another one. This one is, oh, this is from Interlacement, so it was across the aisle. Again, a Shanico with rayon and acrylic. So I'm going to get to try lots of Shanico. This one is an 8-ounce braid. Look at how chubby this is. But these three were purchased together to be a combo spin, and therefore I will have a slender quantity of wool because this is 16 ounces in total. I can wear a pound of yarn. Aren't they so good together? I think this will be excellent. I'm very excited about it. I get to play with Shanico. I love Targi. I hadn't expected to get to spin Shanico. I'm not sad about it. I wanted to try it. Okay. And then the place where I found the Targi, Bree pointed out that she wanted me to make her something with this. She said it looked like the sky. And it is Polworth silk. 80/20 Polworth silk. Flying Goat Farm. So that one doesn't go with anything else. It's just going to be a one-off. Bree wants something made out of it. Maybe a nice, sorry, there's a lot of schmutz on my table, but maybe a nice cowl. She would like a cowl in a sky color. It would look so cute on her. And then this one sang to me from across the room. It called to me. It is so beautiful. I still can't. Oh. I was just in the booth like this. She was like, "Oh, you look just like Gollum with your precious." And I was like, yeah. Look at how pretty this is. Oh my gosh, I can't even. It's so beautiful. What is it? What's it called? This one is called Fat Cat Knits Hand Painted Tops and Bats. Sassy Bat. 3.1 ounces. I didn't even look at how much. I didn't care. No matter what, this is coming home with me. Targi with 2 layers of tussle silk and silk noils, no sparkle. If you say so, lady. Pretty. The silk is really shining it up. And I set it on something that got stuck in it. Blech. Okay. Doesn't it look like a flower? This is the bouquet that I want for Mother's Day right here. This is it. Costs about the same as a bouquet of roses. But it'll last me a lot longer. It's so soft. It's so soft. I I can't stand it. Yeah. Okay. Is that the whole haul? Is that everybody? All things accounted for? What else is in the bin? I think everything else in the bin was there before. Yep. Okay. That's it, guys. In other news, I bought a handmade chapstick and I got my mom some soap. She wanted me to look for foaming hand soap and they didn't have any, but they had a number of different handmade goat milk soap, which was what she was asking for, that were bars. So it won't be what she wants, but I tried. Happy Mother's Day. I'm still flush with the endorphins of buying too many things. Or is it endorphins or is it dopamine? Whatever. Both. Neither. A little of everything. I'm very happy with my purchases this year. I feel like I stuck to my list. I skipped the things that were unnecessary. I did get a couple of weird side quest balls of yarn, but I didn't go totally off the rails. I stayed within my budget. I am very excited to spin so much of this wool and to knit with the things that I bought to knit with. And as far as the rest of this year goes, as of right now, we'll see how long this lasts. As of right now, I have zero plans to buy anything else except patterns for the whole rest of the year. And I don't think I'm trying to go to Rhinebeck. I don't think I need to go to Rhinebeck. Nope. In other news, and I'll throw this in later because I'm not going to go find it. I was at a farm with my old teammate Ouija, and I helped sheep shearing, and I got to rue a Shetland. I did it. Do you know what rueing is? It's when you pull the wool off of sheep that are still so close to a primitive breed that their wool just comes off. I was plucking the wool off a Shetland. It was really fun. She wasn't necessarily enjoying it very much, but now she has a nice haircut for the summertime. And her wool is really pretty. And she didn't have to go under the clippers. I'm rueing. Oh, don't leave. Hello, this is Sevens. She's a Shetland. Yeah, so I got to help. I touched a sheep. I helped wrangle them a little bit. I got to feed them a little bit. I got to touch them. And at the end of the day, I came home with 3 bags full, just like the nursery rhyme, of wool. I got an entire Icelandic sheep's fleece that I'm hoping to felt together and make a cloak. And then like 2 or 3 Shetland fleeces, and then some other, sometimes I just grabbed like a handful, because all the rest of the wool after it was being cut was just like, once it was shorn off the sheep, is just destined for the pelletizer so that it can be fertilizer or whatever. And which, you know, it feels, sometimes it was so pretty, but I didn't want the whole thing. Like, a lot of it was filthy. You know, these aren't like, this isn't a hand spinner's flock. The shepherdess has, Julia, that I'm making the hat for, she was saying that she doesn't spin anymore because her arthritis is too bad. And so there are no plans, you know, to turn this wool into anything. We were talking a little bit about Clara Park's Vanishing Fleece and like how much of a project it is to get your beautiful wool to a place that can turn it into yarn, and then once it's turned into yarn, to get it to somebody who can use it or, you know, sell it or whatever. But so sometimes I just took like a handful out of a fleece and I was like, this is pretty. I want this. I have no idea what some of the breeds of these sheep were. Some of them are weird crosses. Some of them are, Shetland. A lot of them were not. But I had a wonderful time helping out. I'm going to go back and help again because we sheared about half the flock. And by we, I mean not me. I can't do that. I did the ruing of the one. And then 8 other sheep were shorn. And that was half of the flock. So the other half will get shorn next week. I'm hoping to go back and help again. And that is all I have to say about all of it. I hope that you are doing well, you are having fun, that you are making things that you enjoy, that you are getting outside now that it is beautiful and sunshiny and green, and that sometimes strangers stop you and tell you that your hair looks like a unicorn, because it is delightful. Thanks for watching, friends. Nice to see you. Bye.